Today, we are going to be learning a few things. We're going to be learning this pattern repeat for the baby blanket with a double ruffle that I'm going to be showing you guys how to make. This, can you see the color changes at all? No. I'm going to be teaching you how to do an invisible color change and how to, if you don't already know how to, crochet the linked double crochet stitch. All right, let's get started. But before we go any further, welcome everyone back to the channel. My name is Ginger. I am the Yarn Geek, and let's get started. Hi Yarny friends. Today is going to be the first part of a two-part tutorial. Today, I'm going to show you the blanket pattern that I'm going to use for this project. And then the second video will be on making the ruffle. The ruffle is going to be a double ruffle border, and it is super pretty and super fun. So these are the colors we're going to use for the blanket. And these are new colors that Furls has in their Wonder yarn. I have 5 of the new colors. There are 5 more colors, and I will put them up on the screen so you can see what those other 5 colors are. But they are super pretty, super bright, and I thought it'd be fun to make a baby blanket with these. I'm going to be making this for my granddaughter, Emmy, to kind of have a little comfy to sleep with. I'm going to be making the blanket in these colors, and it's going to be a smaller blanket. And then I am going to be making the ruffle, and I think I'm going to be making it white. It might be off-white. I'm not sure yet, but you will know by the next video. Okay, let's get started. See, I have them lined out kind of in a rainbow, you know, the pink, purple, blue, bluish green, and then yellow. So we're going to start off with the yellow. I'm sorry. We're going to start off with the pink, and I'm just going to set these to the side up here. And the crochet hook we are going to be using today is a Furls 5mm, and this particular one is the Streamline wooden carousel hook. So we're going to do this. I'm going to be making stripes, and like I said, it's not going to be a very big blanket, so I'm just going to chain 100. 1, 2, 3. So this blanket is going to be very simple. It's going to be the linked double crochet. So we chained 70 right here. I'm going to chain 2 extra because that's what we're going to need for the edge right here. So it will be 70 stitches long. Okay, now for the linked double crochet into the second hook, or I'm sorry, into the second chain from the hook, you will insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then into the next chain on the hook, you'll insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, then you'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And that makes 1 linked double crochet. Now we're going to repeat that going down the rest of the chain, except that first insert goes right into that horizontal loop right there, right on the front. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then you will insert your hook into the next chain. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Okay, one more time. Insert your hook into that horizontal loop, yarn over, pull through, then insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Oops, let me show you what this looks like so far. that's what your stitches will be looking like. You see they're linked right there by that middle horizontal loop. Oops. Ooh, did I tell you what the colors of these yarns are? Let me tell you, this one is called Darling. It's very bright, very pink. And you guys, this Wonder yarn is so soft. It is 100% acrylic yarn, worsted weight, and there are 120 yards. So the next color is the purple. It is called Enchanted. And this darker blue is called Caspian. This is called Atlantis. And the yellow is called Marmalade. It's kind of a yellowish orange, I guess. Okay, so let's get back to it here. We're going to insert into the horizontal loop, yarn over, pull through, insert into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, and we're going to continue doing that the entire length of the chain. So okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches so far. And now I'm going to crochet the rest of these stitches, and I will meet you back when we have finished this row and we're ready to go on to row 2. Okay, we're back. We are at the end of row 1, and this is what your linkage looks like so far. It's very long, very skinny. Well, it's not super long. Let's measure how long this is. It is, get my handy dandy tape measurer, from one end to the other. And this is going to be side to side. It is 25 inches long. So that sounds great. Okay, now I'm going to show you what we do to go on to row 2. So we're at the very end, we chain 2, turn our work, and then insert your hook into that second chain from the hook, yarn over, pull through, then insert your hook into the top of that first stitch, or I guess it would be the last stitch of row 1, pull through, and you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, and we're going to do that again. Insert your hook into the horizontal loop, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into the top of the next stitch, and that is going to be both loops of that stitch. Yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So you're going to repeat that stitch till the end of the row, and you will have 70 linked double crochet stitches at the end of the row. Okay, we are almost to the end of the second row, and we are going to insert the hook into the horizontal loop, yarn over, pull the yarn through, insert your hook into the top of that last stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on the hook, and then we're going to do a color change. And we're going to be changing to the next color, which in my case is purple. And let's see if we can, oops, that's the outside one. Let me see if I can reach in here and find the end. Ooh, I found it easily. That is exciting. Okay, I'm going to snip this right here, about 2 or 3 inches. Move that color out of the way. And then for the second color, okay, see how I have my yarn there? This is how I change colors at the end of a row. So I've got this yarn, have about 2 or 3 inches hanging down, pull that through those 2 loops and pull that kind of snug right there. And then the way I change my colors is I take that first loop right there, wrap it around, pull through, and go like that. And then I chain my 2. So here we go. 1, 2. And then I've got this pink right here. I'm going to go ahead and weave that in. I'm just going to wrap it around each of the next, how many stitches it takes to pull it through. This way it'll stay snug there and it'll hold that snug without having to make a knot in my yarn. So both of the ends are held snug, this because of the way I made the chain, and this because it's wrapped around the tops of those stitches. And now this purple end piece, I am just going to hold along the edge while I'm crocheting and put it underneath the stitch. So like we did in the last row, we're going to insert our hook into the second chain from the hook, pull through, and then insert your hook into that first stitch from the last row or the last stitch of that second row, yarn over, pull through, and there are 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Now we're going to do the second row all over again. We're going to insert the hook into that horizontal loop, yarn over, pull through, insert it through the next stitch, hold that purple down, yarn over, pull through, and you'll have your 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So see how it's making that color change like barely noticeable? I can't even notice there's a color change. And there won't be any ends to weave in when you're finished. So okay, insert your hook into that horizontal chain, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And then you just keep doing the same thing the length of the row. And I just hold that down until there's nothing left to crochet over. And then if there's any little piece sticking out, you can always just clip that little piece off. But what I like to do, let me show you, I kind of pull it tight like that, and it'll just be like that for a minute, and let me show you why. Okay, I'm going to keep crocheting. It won't stay scrunched up like that. And it won't affect the way your stitches look. Oops, got that one right there. I'll just kind of hold that one down too. Okay, so you can see it's still a little scrunched up. And I'm just going to take my blanket and pull it like that and just kind of stretch it out. You can kind of feel the yarn in there pulling, and it pulled that extra yarn that was up here back into there. So there you go, invisible color change. Ta-da! All right, and what I'm going to do now is finish this row and finish the next row, which will be rows 3 and 4. And they're going to be the exact same as those first two, or first as the second row was. Just link double crochet 70. And I will meet you at the end of the 4th row right here, and we'll change colors again. Okay, we are finished with row 4, and we are going to crochet the last stitch, the last linked stitch. Insert into the horizontal loop, yarn over, pull through, insert into that last stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and now we're going to change the yarn. And the next yarn, whoops, I guess we better cut the yarn first. Give it a good I'd say 3 inches. And now I'm gonna reach deep inside here and hopefully, whoops, got the end of the yarn. That is a very good thing about the Wonder yarn. You don't pull out a lot of yarn barf. At least I haven't so far. Okay, so the way I changed the yarn, I forgot to do this last time, pull that or wrap that yarn over. So there's the 3 loops and then the loose yarn right there. And then put the blue over the hook and pull through. There we go, pull, oops. Yeah, we've got it right there. And that first, just to attach the yarn, I'm going to pull this end through that first loop. Now I'm going to go ahead and make the 2 chains. 1, 2. And like I did last time, I'm going to take this, the end of the purple yarn, and just wrap it around the tops of the last stitches in the row. And I'm just going to do that until there is no more yarn left to wrap. And it's okay if it's a little weird down there. And then I'm going to take this and hold it along the top while I'm crocheting the first few stitches. So insert your hook into the second chain from the hook, yarn over, pull through, and then insert your hook into the top of that first stitch. Hold down the blue yarn, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the second 2 loops. And then insert your hook into that first horizontal stitch, yarn over, pull through, then insert your hook into the top of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the second 2. Now we're going to continue doing that. And then I like to pull that blue yarn, kind of the blue yarn I'm talking about is the end string right here, kind of a little tighter, give it a little, I mean, you know, not super tight, but kind of pull it. And it doesn't matter if it scrunches up this yarn right here because we're going to pull it when we're finished with it. like we did on the last row. Oops, and that purple yarn is kind of coming undone there a little. It's worth the messing with the yarns these ends right now rather than having to weave them in later. And I think it looks better this way too. Let's see, we'll go ahead and hold that purple down too. And so I'm going to give this blue a little tug so more of it sticks out. I really love the way these three colors look so far. Continue crocheting over the two ends, the purple end and the blue end. Oops, looks like we lost the purple end. And then, oops, kind of messed something up here. That's okay. I forgot to insert it in there. I think I did. I don't know. Whatever the case, it is fixed. I think we've got one more stitch to cover up that blue end. And then you see how it's kind of pulled this a little tight. Just go like this. Stretch it out. It'll pull that blue thread maybe back to here, but in doing so, it makes that whole blue end disappear. Doesn't that look nice? I mean, this is the side that I did the color changes on. So, okay, we're going to finish the blue row. Just doing the same double link, or I'm sorry, linked double crochet. Oops. See this right here? This is the end. This right here is the end of the purple from the last. Just go ahead and give that a little snip. And it's okay to do it close because it's covered up by all these. There, invisible. And we're going to do the same thing with the blue as we did with the purple. We're going to crochet down to the end of row 5 and back up to the end of row 6, where we will change colors again. Okay, see you at the end of row 6. Okay, we have finished rows 5 and 6. Now we're going on to rows 7 and 8, and we're going to change colors again. I'm just going to cut this blue right here. And now we are going to add the turquoise color. Let's see if I can, oh, I pulled a little more out than I needed to, but that's okay because I will use all this up. Okay, so we're going to add the color like we did the last 2 times. Oh, do you see what I did? I cut the yarn before I was ready to. Never fear. You guys will get to see a magic knot in action. Okay. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Okay, magic knot. Here, I'm going to move that over. Magic knot, for those of you who have never learned how to do one. You take this one right here and you tie it into a knot around the other string. Then you take the other string of yarn and you wrap it around this one and tie it into a knot. So basically what you've got now is this string tying a knot over this string and this string tying a knot over this string. And then this is where the magic happens. You pull it like that. And you pull it tight, and then you take these 2 little ends and you pull it tight, just like that, and then you cut it off. Oops, snip right there, and ta-da! It will not come undone. Okay, I can't believe I did that. All right, Let me crochet these few last stitches on here with a linked double crochet. Here comes the magic knot. It's gonna go right into that. Ugh. Well, you know what? That's okay though, because that will be covered up when we start putting the border on. So that's okay. We've got 2 loops left on the hook. We're going to change colors. Now I can cut the yarn. Can you believe I did that? Ugh. All right, here's the end of the yarn. And remember to put that yarn over with your other 2 loops. Wrap the next yarn around and pull through all 3 loops. Take the end, pull it through, and then pull the other string tight, and then chain 2. 1, 2. If you want to tighten that, you can. Okay. So we've got that turquoise added. Now we're just going to pull this through and wrap it around as many stitches as it takes until there is no yarn left to wrap around the stitches. And you just slip it in the front and pull it through each next stitch. Okay, now while you're crocheting, pull this turquoise right along while you're crocheting. Stick your hook into the second chain from the hook, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into that first stitch, yarn over, pull through. And remember, we're holding that end of the turquoise yarn right here under our stitches. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, insert your hook into the horizontal stitch, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the second 2 loops. And can you believe the only thing that we can see that is messed up is where I had to tie the magic knot? Nothing where the color changes are. This is my favorite way to color change. Okay, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. And we're going to keep making the chain of the linked double crochet until we have the end of this color yarn, the turquoise yarn, covered up. And remember, don't be afraid to pull that end a little tightly, even if you feel these stitches cinching up, because you will be able to straighten that out. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just see, you can see it kind of cinched up. Just pull it like that and it makes it disappear. Oops, I don't know what that is. That's just a loose stitch. Okay. Now we're going to finish the rest of this row, and we're going to finish row 8. So we're going to finish row 7 and row 8 in the turquoise, and I'll meet you again for the next color change. Okay, we are ready for the next color change, and I am not going to cut this too early. We're going to crochet that last stitch, insert the hook into that last stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Now we can cut. Oops, there we go. Cut the turquoise, and now we're going to crochet with this bright, would you call it a bright yellow or a light orange? Oops, not sure exactly where. Oh, there we go. Yay! Not too much damage there. Here we go, found the end. And this is the messiest one. There was a little bit of yarn barf there. Okay. So now we're going to do it just like we have been doing it. Yarn, take that end of the yarn over. Grab the yellow, pull it through the turquoise, and then pull the end through that first loop, and then I'm going to pull that tight with the yarn we're going to be using, and pull that down. Next, we're going to take the turquoise yarn, and we're going to just pull it through. Yeah, I've still got that yellow yarn on my hook. That's okay. Here, I'm gonna finish pulling the turquoise through in just a sec. I'm gonna crochet this first stitch first because this is bugging me. Okay, pull that, then chain 2, and insert your hook into the second chain from the hook, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to crochet into that first stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again. Okay, we've got that yellow. We're crocheting that underneath each stitch until there is no more yellow left. And by yellow, I mean this string right here. Okay, now I can take this off and do this. Let me show you another thing I usually do. I haven't done it on the last few rows, but this kind of helps to hide that end a little better too. Oops, maybe I'll do it on this one. Okay, so instead of pulling it all the way through the front, what I do is I stick my hook right there, yarn over, pull through, and that makes the end of that string go through the top so it's easier to hide. Okay. Oops, I guess I can move that. I'm going to insert the hook, yarn over, insert the hook in the top stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Okay. We're just going to keep doing that until this end of this string is covered up. I really love these colors together. Aren't these pretty? They're so colorful and vibrant and bright. I want to get the other 5 colors too. In fact, I have them waiting in my Furls shopping cart on the website. Probably gonna order them tonight. I'm not kidding. Because they're all so great. Now here's where that is coming through the top. Just give that a little tug. And you know, the only places that I'm having problems with yarn sticking out and everything is where I made that one mistake and I had to make the magic knot. And then there are a couple places where there was like a cut in the yarn and the company tied it back together. That makes sense. Okay, we've got the green covered up and part of the yellow. It was kind of uneven ending there. Oops. But we will just keep covering this up. I could just leave it out and cut it, but I don't know why I'm still doing it, but I am. I don't know. I guess because maybe it's kind of fun to do it. I'm mentally calculating in my head what's going to be more effort, cutting that yarn, or see, this is what I'm talking about. It does have a few of these ties, and I'm going to trim this off just a little. Maybe, no, I'll trim it off later. Maybe I can crochet over it so you can't see it. Okay, that's sticking out, but I think I'm going to cut it. Whoops. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this. But I've got to tell you, even though this yarn does have those places where it's like it's tied in a knot, the yarn is worth it. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Frills affiliate. Was I going to say a Frills affiliate? A Frills affiliate. I am saying that because really I do love this yarn. I love the feel of it. I wish it didn't have those little places though. I'll show you what I mean. It's coming right up. Don't these colors look beautiful together? Now, of course, you can use any 4-weight yarn. You don't have to use furls. I'm just using it because I wanted to show you a few of their new yarns. But any 4-weight yarn will do. Any of your favorite colors, any of your 4-weight favorite colors of yarn. See, there's that snaggy part. I'll have to get some really sharp scissors and just go after it. Oh, these scissors aren't that sharp, so I'm not going to use these. Yeah. Okay, now I am going to finish this round, this row, and the next row, and I will see you at the end. Okay, so here we are. We've got 10 rows finished, and look at these colors. I just love these colors. Now I am going to measure the length from here to here. This is 5 inches, and the length of this from here to here is 25 inches. I do want to show you, I am very proud of the color changes. Check out those color changes. You can't see anything on either side of where we color changed. So that's cool. Tonight, I am going to finish working up this blanket with the rest of the yarn that we have so that tomorrow I will be able to work on the ruffle because that is going to be the second part of this tutorial. For now, you have everything you need to know to make this blanket. basically, you make it as long as you want to using the colors that you've got. I'll let you know the yardage and everything tomorrow when I get this finished, or on the next video, for what it takes for my blanket. And that's it. I hope you guys love this. Be looking out for that next tutorial, which will be up in the next day or so, for making the double ruffle. If you've learned a thing or two on this video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell so you never miss a second of yarny fun. Love you guys. Bye.